Since 1982, the United States Mint has struck several special issue 90% silver dollars, but 2022 saw the release of a silver dollar that would no doubt go down in history as one of the most iconic coins released in the history of the United States Mint. This is the 2022 Colorized Purple Heart Silver Dollar, and our coins are in stunning NGC 70 perfect Proof 70 condition. This beautiful coin is item number 905-10009. That's 905-10-009. And while our limited supplies last, this incredibly rare silver dollar is just $329.95 while they last. You can call in at 1-866-518-5933 or head over to our website, abccoins.com. Head up to the search bar and put 905-10009 and grab this stunning piece of United States and silver dollar history. Now in 2022, it was the 90th anniversary of the formal creation of the Purple Heart by General Douglas MacArthur. Created in 1932, this metal's history is actually much older. It is almost as old as the United States of America is itself. You see, before the Purple Heart was a thing, they actually created something, General Washington created it himself, called the Badge of Military Merit. And it was considered to be the first military decoration in the history of the United States. However, only 3 men were ever given this commendation, and then it was kept away and had not seen the light of day ever since. In 1932, General MacArthur realized that the United States of America was the only modern military at the time that had no medal or commendation acknowledging their service in combat at the lower ranks. While there did exist commendations and medals for commanders, lower ranks simply did not have anything available to them, which angered many U.S. servicemen who during World War II learned that every single other nation did in fact have these acknowledgments for their bravery and sacrifice. The Purple Heart was created in 1932 by General MacArthur, who, wouldn't you know it, would end up being the very first individual to receive the Purple Heart. Other famous recipients are the iconic Lewis Burwell, aka Chesty Puller, one of the most iconic Marines in the history of the Corps. We also saw writers such as Kurt Vonnegut and Oliver Stone, as well as athletes like the iconic Pat Tillman. The Purple Heart is one of the most iconic medals in the United States military, only second to the Medal of Honor, and even then some will argue the difference between the two because most Medal of Honor recipients have also received the Purple Heart. Now, this stunning coin was struck in 2022 by the United States Mint. The colorized proof that you see here was the must-have coin released in the year. They released 3 different silver dollars, a proof, an uncirculated, and this colorized proof. Now the colorized proof was the lowest mintage of the trio with a maximum allowed allotment of just 25,000 coins. For comparison, they were going to strike up to 400,000 between the other 2 versions of this coin, which makes it a minuscule part of the 2022 Purple Heart release and the must-have coin that year. As of today, just 3,822 are known to exist in NGC 70 perfect condition. That is less than 15% of the original mintage. We found this coin with our competition retailing for over $400 for a perfect proof 70. We are more than $70 less at just $329.95. We did find this coin in the OGP with one of our competition, and they want over $300 for that coin. We are just $30 more for a certified perfect 70. Each coin has been certified by NGC and the expert graders to be one of the finest known examples of this iconic coin. Now, you can actually, many don't know this, earn more than 1 Purple Heart. In fact, there was one gentleman who received 9 of them. His name was Curry T. Haynes, and he holds the record during his service in the Vietnam War. During his first Purple Heart, he was ambushed during a convoy in the jungle and was shot in the arm. He then had surgery and would then return to combat, getting injured 8 more times for a grand total of 9 Purple Hearts. The Purple Heart features George Washington's likeness and originally was only receivable by the Army or the Army Air Corps. It was years later in 1942 when President Roosevelt and the War Department would expand eligibility to the other branches and allow the posthumous awardance of the medal that is literally given to soldiers to represent their sacrifice. So it was a big deal in 42 when Roosevelt finally went back and looked at all of the servicemen we lost during World War I and II, because a large number of the Purple Heart recipients were in fact posthumously awarded to World War I veterans. It was a very big deal to finally give them recognition for their sacrifice and selfless service. This stunning coin had a mintage of just 25,000 total pieces, and less than 15% are known today to exist in perfect 70 condition. These coins were $95 at their launch, so for OGP coins to be retailing well over $300, getting a stunning perfect 70 coin at $329.95, that is an incredible deal. Another little fun fact, only one president in the entire history of the United States has ever received the Purple Heart, and that would be JFK, who earned his after a horrible collision with a Japanese destroyer with his PT boat during World War II. This coin is a living, breathing piece of United States and U.S. Mint military history. This NGC 70 piece was struck and graded in combination with the Purple Heart organization, and all the proceeds of this special label were given to the Purple Heart recipients and their organization. We only have a limited number of these coins in perfect 70 condition, so make sure you call in now and grab yours while you still can. With less than 15% of the original mintage known in perfect 70 and our coins more than $70 less than our nearest competition, these coins are sure to disappear and disappear fast. Call in now and grab yours while you still can.